I thought that philanthropy was just reserved for the high class, and I realized that was a totally ignorant perspective to take.
It was eye-opening to realize that these people dedicate like almost all of their lives to working with charity.
This is completely new. No one in our group has ever done anything like this before.
There's no other word for an eye-opener. You really realize what's important in your life and what's not. And it teaches people things that can't be taught in any other way.
As a teacher, that's invaluable to me because I can apply that to any subject I teach, to any group of kids I have.
I really hope every student has the opportunity to experience what I experienced this year.
Flabbergasted, really, at what they learned through just researching the organizations.
It's a new approach. It's a new way to reach these kids.
You're early. Actually, you're just on time. Hi, I'm Bethany Martinez. I'm applying to be part of your LEAD program at UCF. Now, I've been talking about an organization here on this little shindig video. It's called Main Street Philanthropy. And what it is revolutionary. It's something I never heard of before, and I've been a big part of community service throughout my whole 4 years in high school. I was one of the leading people. I was always the head of every campaign and every committee. But this is something totally different. It was something that wasn't necessarily just me or just the kids in our class. It was a whole another aspect. Basically, Main Street Philanthropy. Main Street Philanthropy is an organization where our sponsor, Scott Farnsworth, that is contacted our teacher, went out and found a philanthropist. And this guy wanted to give a lot of money out, but he didn't know where to. So he came to our school and he talked to us a bit and gave us this proposition. Each student would get $200 as long as they worked hard for it. We had to write blogs, we had to do all these in-class activities, we had to find ourselves and make sure everyone knew about it and fully publicize this organization just to get them some more donors. But each student got $200 and we had to go out and choose an organization or field of interest and research every organization we possibly want to give to. And by that I mean we had to look up 401ks and tax returns and a whole lot of stuff that wasn't really fun. But it made the giving all the much better because we had to work towards it. In the end, we had a small field trip to a couple organizations we were giving to. Habitat for Humanity was an awesome one. We walked in, gave her money at the Restore, and she started bawling, crying, and she talked about how much of a change we were making in her life and to other people's lives. Next up, we went to where I gave personally, which was Give Kids the World. And I chose to give there mainly because it was close to home for me. Growing up with lupus and growing up with a disease that kind of hinders you, you only want to give back to what you're stuck with. And so I saw all these kids who were trying to have the time of their lives while they still could. Because not all of them are terminally ill, but a lot of them are terminally ill. And so I decided to give back to them. And it really paid off because in the end I got to have a nice little chat with the head of our Orlando branch. And he just told me how much of a difference this was making in a small child's life. And I started breaking down crying, and so did he, and it was a wonderful little beautiful mess. And it really changed my perspective on what giving truly is. It's not just a simple like, hi, I have money, let me give it to you. No, you need to learn how to give smart. A lot of organizations aren't what they really say they are, and that was kind of disheartening to see. But I learned a lot about organizations that I might want to give to in the future through this organization that I worked with, philanthropy. It really opened a lot of our students' eyes into possible places to give all our time to also. I know for sure I'll be back at Give Kids the World soon enough here to volunteer, and I volunteered plenty of the places we went to. It was really awesome, and I don't even want to say awesome. I feel like that's not the right adjective to say. It was really life-changing. There's a lot of things that you're supposed to remember from high school, like algebra. I'm not going to remember that. But I will remember this one thing that happened. We were the pilot program at our school, and now Mr. Scott Farnsworth has dozens of philanthropy donors trying to give to him to further extend this organization after seeing our success. Now, unfortunately, my blog was deleted, but I could always just send you a link to one of my old ones that I kept on my Mac if you want to see it. Basically, we just talked about how hard it was and what the overall take-in for ourselves was. And it's really hard for a teenager to accept that the world isn't about them, and because we're pretty much all-knowing beings, we know that. But this organization really helped me learn that I am not the center of my universe, and that there are other things I need to worry about. So I hope you really consider them in the future actually as an organization for you guys too. I'm sure that they'd be more than happy to branch out to college students and to give back more to the community than they already have.
We are living in a hard world where things seem to be getting worse every day, and this program gives them a ray of hope.
I've learned that philanthropy does change people's lives, and it is the right thing to do.
It's great to get to see how you can help your community.